Hey everybody, Travis Holzem with Food Foret Design Solutions, and it is Wednesday morning, June something. I think it's the 18th, could be the 19th, I don't know, it's Wednesday. I lose track of the days because I just work all day, go home, go to the gym, eat, go to sleep, and do it the next day. But anyway, I am back here in Lake Elmo at Cedar Grove Farm. Some people call this Stillwater, but I don't know. Could be. It's close to both. But anyway, it's right off 36 and Manning Avenue, like right off the exit. So it's a perfect spot for an educational permaculture farm. So it has very easy access for people to be able to come and visit this place once it is up and mature and all the trees and everything is planted. And but that's a long ways away before it's up to that point, because this is just the beginning. So there's that. But anyway, I am out here today to finish the fence. I have one more thing to do to finish it totally off, but I'm not going to do that today, which is adding the rodent barrier at the bottom of the fence. That's going to take a while because I got to dig up the ground around the outside edge of the fence so I can bury that. So I have to take another day for that or more, because I got to dig down about 4 inches or a few inches. But what I'm going to suggest to the owner is to just add mulch over the top of it, lay it down, and add 3-4 inches of mulch over the top of it. And as that breaks down, it will be creating soil right on top of that barrier, and you can keep adding mulch to it. So eventually you're going to have a nice base on top of that, and it's much easier than digging, and it will look nice. You know, you got the mulch all the way around the edge of this fence, and in the front here there's gravel, so I don't think anyone's going to be trying to burrow through gravel, so I'm not too worried about the front portion of this fenced area. But we just had to, today we got, I have a small section, and here I'm going to turn you around and just make a few suggestions if you ever deal with a deer buster fence. And you're going to run into this if you have a larger fence that you are building. You're going to run into running out, you know, the rolls. I think the rolls are 100 feet long. So let's say you have 120 foot or 100 and something foot run you're doing. So you run your plastic fencing down your row while you run out and in between posts. So you have nothing to attach it to, right? And what I suggest you do is you end that run at the previous post. All right, and then start the run with the new roll on the exact same post. Do not try to attach the two pieces of fence together with zip ties or anything like that. Just basically you're losing, you might lose 4 feet of fence, right? But your fence is going to be a lot more secure, a lot more strong if you start your new run on the post. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right here. Okay, as you can see, I had this long run here. This side of the fence from where I'm standing, let me get back to the post. I'm at the end post right here, so you can see the end post. All the way down to the end is 150 feet. Well, when I started this run, it was at like the second or third post, I can't remember which, and then I ran it as far as I could, and I ended up right here. Look how close I was to finishing that run at that post. That would have worked out just so amazingly perfect. So instead of starting this run here by connecting it to that, which it could work, but your strength of your fence is going to be, you're going to weaken the fence because you're not attaching to anything solid like this post here. So you're better off cutting it right at that post here, and then reattaching, and then going to the end. And I mean, basically it's only going to take you about 10 minutes to run that, you know, so it's not like you're losing a lot of time, but you're also going to have a stronger fence. And but as you can see, it's kind of loose like this. I mean, it's not tightened at all. Okay, basically I have it attached at the bottom. These are the hog rings right here, if you can see that. That's what attaches it to the tension line. And at the top you have a hog ring about every foot. So top and bottom, and that's going to allow your fence, it's connected, but it's going to allow it to slide, so you can tighten it. Tighten it up pretty good, and then zip tie it to the posts, and it will be nice and secure. Now, like this is not gonna be super tight. There's gonna be a little bit of a wave in it in places, but that does not matter really. I mean, this is high polycarbonate fencing. I mean, it's not going to be like metal fencing. It's not going to be solid like that. It's plastic, so there might be a little bit of a play in some spots, but it doesn't change the structure of the fence. This stuff is strong. And basically, what are you doing anyway? You are just trying to keep deer out. And a deer is not going to take a running start at this fence and try to run through it, because deer are not very smart as far as that goes. But they will not jump over something if they cannot see where they're going to land. That's the whole thing. They will not jump over something if they don't know what's on the other end when they end up there, if you know what I mean. So, but no deer is going to try to jump 8 feet anyway. There's just, the only time they would try would be if they're running from a bear, you know, or some predator that's chasing them. Then they're going to try to get the hell away and jump over this fence, you know, if they had no other choice. So I'm not saying they would make it, but they are pretty impressive when they jump. So, and when they're running, they can, you know, a 5-foot fence, they're gonna make that look easy. But here's what we're at. And then let me show you one more thing here. I gotta cut that because I tied it in a knot, so I'm not gonna play with that right now. So I gotta cut that off. That's just to keep the doors from opening until I get the the stopper put in. But here is what we are going to, these stakes right here. All right, let me get out here again. Okay. All right, we're gonna go over. I'm just gonna throw this away. All right. So we're gonna take these stakes, and they are gonna be pounded in all the way, and that's gonna hold the fence down to the ground, and that's going to give you some level of protection from rodents, but it's not going to be 100%. But I mean, in the front here, it's going to be perfect. This is all gravel, so I don't anticipate a rabbit trying to come and burrow through this rock. I mean, I've never seen it happen before, so I don't see why I would start now. So I mean, even if you put gravel all the way around the edge of this, it'd probably protect it. But we have that roll of wire mesh that we're going to put along the bottom to prevent them from burrowing through the sides and the back. But yeah, so all the way around, probably put about I don't even know how many I have. There's probably 100 there. It's probably 25 in a bundle. I don't know. So they're going to go all the way around. We're going to pound those in, and that will secure the bottom, and that will also tighten up the fence also. So just another added level of protection for all the food that you're growing. Because we all know how beneficial and how important food is. And if you're growing a bunch of food for your family, and you come out in the morning and one of your fruit trees is down to the trunk because the deer came and ate all the blooms off of it, ate all the leaves and all the branches off of your cherry tree or your apple trees and peach trees. They seem to like them peach trees, man, because yeah, see, before I got this fence up, they went and planted some fruit trees, and I'll show you. I'll take you over there. And I suggested that they wait till after the fence is up, or cage them until they go up, or till the fence is up. But that didn't happen. So if you can see this tree right here, I don't even know what it is. Let me look at the leaves. Let me get my app out. Oh, I don't have my phone, it's in my car. But look at right down, there's hardly any leaves left on this tree. There's a peach tree over here, and that thing's eaten up. This tree here, it's the same as the other tree, but I think this one's an apple tree. But look at it, it's eaten up down, hardly any leaves left. So I mean, deer can stand on their hind legs and reach up high. So look at this one, the top of it's fine, but look at the whole middle and bottom. Is this is a cherry tree. It's all cleared out. Look at, branches are broken. So they absolutely love this shit, this tree here. Look at it, the branches are all broken off because they just reached up and pull them down. This whole middle would be there. Look at, there's that the whole middle of this tree. So yeah, they just reach in and pull it down, and they're hungry. They're not being mean to you. That's just, you know, what happens. That's what they do. And this one is not too bad, but they still have eaten up. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a peach growing already. But it doesn't look to be in too good a shape. But yeah, they ate the tips off of these, and you could see there's some missing in there. But that's what deer will do to your fruit trees if you do not cage them or fence them. So, and these over here, these are some berries, raspberries, and there might be some blueberries over there too. This one is just eaten up pretty good on top. This is a raspberry bush. What's this one here? Is this blackberries? No, more raspberries. But that one eaten up a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's doing too great otherwise too. It looks like it's dying off a little bit. Here's some blueberries, and this one has been eaten, but it's got a ton of new growth starting. But now don't have to worry about it being touched, because we got a barrier around all this, the food that will eventually be growing here. These are all eaten down. What is this? I think whatever it is, it got eaten all the way down to the nubs. Same here. All these pepper plants over here got eaten down to the nothing left. Basil, they do not like smelly stuff, so they don't like basil, they don't like rosemary. Here's some sage, peppermint. See, they don't touch any of that. What is this? Thai basil. Yeah, look at that, that's looking really good. And we got some thyme. All your herbs, there's some oregano, will be safe from deer. But plant these smelly herbs around the things you do not want deer to touch, because they don't like them smells. Plant lavender around near your fruit trees, because that smell will just deter them. Same with all of these. Peppermint, basil, rosemary, they all stink. They don't like it. I don't know why. And these have been left alone. Looks like carrots and beets in the middle, it looks like. And that looks like kohlrabi, or maybe rutabaga. Could be. Look what we got here. One's carrots, but I don't know. It's one of the, it's a tuber. And over here we got some tomatoes and some whatever. It got eaten down to the stump over here. What's in here? Watermelon is in here. I didn't plant any of these out, so this is all peppers here. They don't, they're growing, but they are pretty small. And here, more peppers, looks like. And I don't know what it's in the middle. Oh, this lettuce got completely eaten. Yeah, there's lettuces, and they're down to the nothing left. But they will bounce back, and they'll be full in a week or two, because they grow pretty fast. Oh, it looks like rosemary here, and some, is this parsley or cilantro? Let's see. Parsley. And we got some peppermint here. And some oregano. And look at that. That thing's running already. Look at that's peppermint for you. What is it? Oh, that's lemon mint. Wow, is that a fast spreader? By the end of summer, if you let that grow, it's gonna take over his whole box. These runners, that is how they spread around. And oregano, you know, that's I don't know if that one's a perennial, but you can plant that and it will spread around. Yeah, wild oregano, I've seen that a lot of places in Minnesota. So you can plant out a plot of that in your yard, and it will kind of spread around and come back every year. What's this? We got some what, green onions or chives or something here. Look like green onion. Wow, those are really good. Broccoli, which is doing well. Looks to be right on schedule. And we got the flowers on the outer edge. And then these are looking like wow, cucumbers. Or are they zucchini? No, cucumber. But this thing looks like it got eaten up right away, but it's bouncing back with blooms. These have all gotten eaten up. So that's what happens. And there's another cucumber on there, but it got eaten up. It will bounce back, and there'll be cucumbers all over that in a couple weeks. So that's that, and there's some other stuff growing in the ground over here in these boxes. And then there's a family that comes out, and they are, the owner of this place has given them that back spot across the back, and probably about to where the gate is, all the way across. They get to come out here and plant whatever they want. They come and they visit. I don't know how often they come out, but they are planting back here. It's an Asian family, so they grow. I don't know if it's just for their family or they're growing it for farmers market, or they'd be behind right now if they're growing it for farmers market. But so it might be just for their family, but there's a ton growing, and now that's all protected too. So there's not going to be any food thieves coming in this area other than birds. So that's where we're at. I kind of got into a long video. It's time for me to get to work, and I will make another video when I get finished with tightening this fence up. And yeah, or basically when I'm ready to finish up for the day. And I'll have the gates covered, so you'll be able to see this fence complete. And but if you want a deer fence, and like I said, this is much cheaper than putting up your typical fence with a bunch of posts that you're going to quickcrete in the ground. Yeah, and as much as lumber costs right now, it'd be outrageous for all of the components to build a fence. This is much cheaper, and it goes up much quicker. I mean, obviously, if I had a crew of 5, we could have put this up in one day easily. And I found a post driver for the sleeves. Instead of using a sledgehammer next time, I will be using a 40-volt post driver, which is battery operated, and it will drive them posts in. So you'll be able to drive all the posts, have 1 or 2 of those working. You can drive all the posts in an hour and have your posts up. The only thing that takes time is your corner posts, because you have to cement those in. So you want to give those I mean, if you're using quickcrete, you can start, that stuff sets pretty quick, but I don't trust it. So I let it cure for 24 hours. That way you know it's solid, right? Then you can continue. So basically the first day you would come in here to put your fence in, you would cement in all of your corner posts and your gate posts. and then add your dead man. Actually, you add your dead man the second day because you want that post to be solid in the ground before you put your dead man in, because that is going to be against a solid base underneath to give stability to those corners. So the second day you come in, you pound in your post sleeves, you add your posts, you run your tension line, and then you wrap your fencing. And the other thing that takes time is putting your gates together, because they just come in a kit. Let's see, this gate, I'll show you it. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pipes. 9 pipes that fit together. You got your corners. And then you have all your clamps. You're clamping each of them. Then you got your cable that you run corner to corner, and that keeps your door, your gate square, and it also adds a lot of stability. And on the back, and then you got your latch, and then I'll be putting the whatever the name of that thing is called, but we'll just call it a gate stopper, but it's going to go into the ground and keep that from opening. And on the back of these corners, all you need to do is screw in a self-tapping screw to connect the frame, to make the frame. And then you put in the posts. And basically, well, you know what? They really didn't take that long. Probably 20 minutes each. And then they were done. So you can get this done in 1 full day after putting in your posts. If you have this size, if you have 3 people, you can get this done in 1 day, minus the rodent barrier. That's going to take a full day because you got to do something completely different. So that is how easy these are, or how quick it is to put these up. Where a normal fence, you would have to, basically it would take longer, I'd say, and more expensive than your typical fence. So video's already over 20 minutes, is way too long. But like, subscribe, comment, share this video, please. Like, if you live in Minnesota or Wisconsin, western Wisconsin, give me a call. If you want one of these deer fences, I'll come and put one in for you, whether it's 150 by 85 like this one, or it's 20 by 20. Obviously a smaller fence is going to go a lot faster, so I can put one of these fences in your around your property, in your yard, wherever, for you. Just give me a call and I can put a kit together for you. It's pretty simple. I call the company and tell them I measure your fence, or how big your fence is going to be, and then they can tell me how exactly what parts I need. So it's simple. It comes shrink wrapped on a pallet, or a long pallet. Obviously this is an 8-foot high fence, so you have an 8-foot long pallet. It's probably a 10-foot pallet, or 9, sorry, because there is some overhang on the edge. So a truck will drop it right at your property. Usually takes about 5 to 7 business days, because it's being sent by truck from Pennsylvania. And I've done a couple of these now, and I like that. I mean, they're easy to work with. They go up fast, and they serve the purpose well. And it's a solid fence, and it's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do and keep the deer out of your food and keep them from eating your abundance. You can plant stuff outside of here for the deer to eat if you want. You know what they like, eating clover, right? Isn't that what hunters do? They plant plots of ground covers that deer like to eat. I think clover is one of them. So you can plant clover all around your property in different areas to keep deer away from your food and your fruit trees and your berry bushes and all the stuff that they like. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I went a little too long. I keep doing that. But time to get to work. Have an amazing day, my friends. Grow food, not lawns.